I'm going to wait a moment and see if my video does start getting out there. I've been struggling to do a live. My voice is being more shadow banned. I've struggled for a week now to try and get onto Facebook to do this live. I can see that there's numbers in the top. Now I can see a comment where my last 3 or 4 videos on my lives, I've not been able to see a comment. I can see one which is, "Hi Mandy." I don't know if anyone else is commenting. I can see the comments after I stop the video. So your comments are not wasted. I'm doing this video firstly because I haven't updated. I can see another one. "Hi Paul." "Hi Sharon." "I'll call you soon, Sharon." "Hi Stephen." Thank you everyone for joining me. It really is appreciated, especially how I'm heavily shadow banned. Hi Robert. Hi Rose, Teresa, Ellen, and everyone else who's joining. Hi to you all. My voice is getting more difficult to get out there. I'm being heavily shadow banned on all social media platforms. It's taken me a week to get onto a Facebook Live. Now what I want to do is just update the people that attended our event on the 19th of August and the people that supported that event and the people who bought tickets and donated raffle prizes and auction prizes. Hi Wally. Just to let you know, with the sale of the raffle tickets, the money on the night and the donations in that time period where people donated instead of coming to the event, we raised just under £5,000, which is phenomenal. That puts us one step closer to a private prosecution. As you know, that's what my aim is. Hi Ben. To get a private prosecution. Once I can prove what the police did, I can then get the correct charges on those in that car that were in that car that night. Thanks Mandy, it is awesome. It's phenomenal. You know, like I said before, that room wasn't a room full of rich people. This is a room of working class and poor people, and we raise that type of money. They was very generous people on the night, and many people helped set up that event as well. And I thank you all. Jake Livermore, the footballer, who sent us a great video and donated a football and a football shirt. Thank you very much. Thank you to the bloke who donated the Chris Eubank signed poster. Thank you for Brian the Lion, who had his hair and beard, haircut and beard shaved. Hi Terry. And, you know, and as you know, I want to have a private prosecution because, as you all know, and I've said many times, the police are our enemies. And as many others are, not just the police. We're not fighting against the 1%. It's more than that. Do I say this because of what happened? Just because of what happened to my son? No. I say it because it's a fact. I know a recent story of a young girl, 23 years of age, on her way to work. Something happens between a man and a woman in front of her. The man then takes the young girl and says to the young girl she has to follow him. He pulls out a knife. As she walks past the building, she sees a door open. She runs in the door, shuts the door and runs to safety. She calls the police come. From that day, she hasn't heard anything. On that block alone, where she ran in, is 6 cameras. And do you think the police has been there to get CCTV? No. No, they haven't. They do not stop serious crime. They only turn up after an event, and then after that, they don't do anything. And stories like my son and his 2 friends, they covered up in such a terrible way and lied to us families throughout the whole court case in the early days. And that's why we knew by day 4 that they was lying, because they're also so slapdash about it. They're just enforcers in a system that is authoritarian and exploitative. Nothing more than stormtroopers protecting the so-called dark side by force. And as I said before, there is no dark side, just absent of light. They think they're the dark side. Well, their dark side must be very weak, because they need an army. They need stormtroopers to protect them, when we're just one. I'm just one woman. Yet I don't fear them. I don't fear them in their thousands. Can you imagine what our force would be as men and women if we came together as one unit? The imaginary right of the police that they thought they had when they covered up this horrific murder of 3 young boys is astounding. Just like their imaginary right to their authority. They put a uniform on and then they think they have authority over you. But they don't. It's just a presumption of authority. If injustices and wrongdoings keep being tolerated, this will just keep happening. They don't even make the streets safe for their own families, their own loved ones. It's only fear that stops many people talking out. When I was on the Yellow Vest demos, week in and week out, I met many, many brave people who still walk by my side with me now. Some have become amazing friends and have always supported me since meeting me and supporting the boys. Amongst those brave people were the infiltrators who were infiltrating our genuine movement using provocation and other sneaky methods. But those brave people, the real ones that were there, came week in and week out, knowing that we could be attacked by the TSG, the police bully boys, at any given moment. But we came out, not just for my son and his 2 friends, for all the injustices of what was going on in this country. And I have no doubt it's across the world. I've tried to follow their due process and they don't follow their due process themselves. I've been ignored by 4 attorney generals all in all. Ignored by the coroner, where our children had a right to an inquest, a public inquest, because under their own legislation, which isn't law by the way, which they should be following in their system, our children had a right to that inquest because they suffered a violent death. This is a system of restriction and limitation. So what does that tell you? It's not a system of protection for us and for you and your loved ones. It's a system of control. Some people fight because of hate and some people fight because of love. Which one are you? And thank you, Terry. Thank you. And I'm sorry to hear, you know, about your injustice or about Harry. I'm really sorry to hear, because I know there is many. I've met many. I've got a dear friend, you know, that has been fighting now for something like 5-6 years, her own injustice, and you just get ignored all the way. And it's got to stop. It's got to stop. So even if you don't see me for a few weeks, know I'm still here in the background. I'm learning, you know, gathering the boys' case together, speaking to people, getting the story out there more, because everyone deserves a right to know what they live in. Everyone deserves that right, and everybody deserves the truth. Now this system, the truth in it is so small. So small. It's a small and narrow path, because they have you distracted this way, that way and everywhere else, so you don't focus and critically think about what is really going on. Thank you, Josephine. So thank you everyone for joining me. I don't keep these videos too long, so I appreciate if you're happy to share them. Please do. Thank you, Ellen, and I will see you all again soon. Take care. Look after your loved ones, and remember how strong you really are. You've been downtrodden as a nation for far too long. Get up, dust yourself down, and remember the courage you do have, because courage calls to courage everywhere. Take care.